Human reliance on carbon-based power is starting to reach its limits.
Scientists have issued their starkest warning yet about the danger of climate change.
But there are few reliable alternatives that exist right now. Wind and solar energy are clean, but intermittent and inefficient. Could we make the switch from a fossil fuel reliant society to a nuclear one? Nuclear power stations produce energy through a process called nuclear fission, which is where unstable elements such as uranium-235 are hit by neutrons, which causes them to split apart, releasing energy. This energy heats up water, which turns a turbine to create electricity. Uranium is cheaper to mine than coal and oil, and less is needed to produce the same amount of energy. It is also incredibly abundant, so much so that it's more or less classed as renewable energy. However, the upfront cost is massive, especially when compared to wind or solar, and is therefore extremely difficult to get governments or private companies to invest. Hinkley Point, the UK's newest power station, has cost over £20 billion and isn't set to be completed until 2025, 8 years after its initially proposed completion date. So what is the next step for nuclear power? Many are touting small modular reactors, SMRs, which are effectively just smaller, more compact reactors with more modern architecture. Due to their size, they can be manufactured in a single factory en masse, and then exported to the required location in batches of various sizes. What is really exciting about SMRs is that because the buy-in price is so much lower than creating a huge plant, both governments and private enterprises are far more likely to get involved. Rolls-Royce are beginning to invest into the UK nuclear industry and look to open SMR-based plants by 2029, which could bring an estimated £100 billion into the economy. We could see smaller startups appearing in a similar fashion to SpaceX. 20 years ago, you would have laughed if someone had said a startup was now going to send a rocket to space. This year, SpaceX is sending astronauts to the International Space Station in a joint effort with NASA. There are a lot of obstacles in the way for nuclear power. The issue of waste disposal, the public fear of a cataclysmic disaster are still major obstacles, but if we can see optimism and investment in a similar vein to Elon Musk's pet project, there will be more people working to solve these problems, and then there's no reason why nuclear power cannot help the world wean itself off its fossil fuel reliance.